Hello, it's Big Cheds, and this is the Trading Encyclopedia Daily Education series on my YouTube at Cheds Trading. Find me on Twitter at Big Cheds and Bitcoin Live, where I'm a founding analyst. For today's lesson, we're going to talk about another indicator. This one is called rate of change or price rate of change. You can see here just a brief description and then the AI overview. It shows you the calculation. You can pause and read this on your own. Here's just an image of what it looks like in conjunction with the price. You have the zero line, you have the number of periods, so it's a 9-day look back. And essentially what it does is it takes a calculation of today's closing price, and it does that today's closing price versus the closing price over 9 periods ago, divided by that closing price 9 periods ago, and then again multiplied by 100. You can see that all here in the formula, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. And what's notable is how it says the closing price, which just tells you want to be using, for example, a line chart to help you see if there's a divergence, because you can use this to draw divergence. When you have lower highs, for example, in the oscillator versus higher highs in the price or higher lows, you can use regular and reversal divergence. You have the centered line. And what's interesting, compared to, for example, like an RSI, this is an unbounded momentum oscillator. You do not have a fixed upper and lower limit. Now, technically, you still can have overbought and oversold. Even though there's no above 80 or below 30, what you do is you can look at historical levels. Here's the daily. Let's go to the weekly even. So you kind of look at historical levels to see what those overbought and oversold levels will be. That's something you're going to have to kind of decide based on your own style and methodology. You can use, I would say, based on nearby prices, for extremes in the quote-unquote overbought or the oversold. But essentially, when the price, the rate of change is positive when the price is advancing, the rate of change is negative when the price is declining, and it's basically looking at strength of itself in that 9-day period. So it gives you a clue of momentum turning around. I don't know that you really should be using it really, like as with any indicator, that you should be using it as like a standalone tool. But you can use it to see if it matches what the price is doing. Same with like the OBV, or even the RSI. Is you want to see these momentum indicators, bounded or not, centered or not. You want to see if they match what the price trend is doing. So if I'm going to be doing a divergence, again, I would switch to a line chart rather than trying to, line up with the candle bodies and the candle wicks. You look for divergence. And it should match the price. So this is called the price rate of change or the rate of change indicator. And this is for the Trading Encyclopedia Daily Education series on my YouTube at Cheds Trading. Find me on Twitter at Big Cheds and Bitcoin Live, where I'm a founding analyst. Folks, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Big Cheds out.